But nonetheless, plenty of buzz, right, in this space. Let's pull up an SML Isuzu as well. Let's pull up M&M as well. Those were the other players. There you go, SML Isuzu giving up those gains all of a sudden. M&M still perked up 1.5% higher in trade. So that's how it's playing out. We have with us Ashwin Patil, Head of Fundamental Research at LKP Securities. It's one of those days and one of those sectors which have clearly been which has clearly been outperforming on a day like this. Ashwin, good afternoon. Harsh here. Wanted to quickly understand your take with regard to how March is playing out with on the auto sales front. Of course, I'll come to the Ashok Leyland clarification, but first your quick take with regard to March on how the Vahan data is indicating sales to be.
See, the numbers of March are yet to be out, and Vahan data for the month of February, we all know how it fared out, but I think that March is generally it's a good month for most of the auto companies. It's the last month of the financial year, Q4 also, and therefore most of the companies are they sometimes we would say that the demand is good. Sometimes they push the inventories to the dealer side, but on and on it's a good month as such. Even on a month-on-month basis, on a truncated base of February, as well as on a YY basis as well. March is a good month. We believe that two-wheelers will be performing well this month as well. Especially companies like Bajaj Auto, where the exports are leading the pack over there, as well as on companies which are rural based like Hero MotoCorp. Over there also we can see a good growth. For TVS, I would say that TVS has been always outperforming other companies, other two-wheeler packs when it comes to the monthly sales numbers. So I think TVS also will be doing good. On the passenger vehicle side, as the trend will be continuing, we are seeing we are seeing a trend of sluggish kind of growth on the passenger vehicles. So this year, I think there will be somewhere near 3 to 4%. The industry, passenger vehicle industry. And for the two-wheelers, I think close to about 10% we can see a growth this year. For commercial vehicles, I would say that if the Q4 is flattish kind of on last year's Q4, that means on YY basis, then we can see a good growth coming from Q1 on the lower base of FY25. And also we have seen that month-on-month basis as well as YY basis, commercial vehicles, the rate of decline has reduced to a great extent, and therefore we can see we can expect actually good growth in FY26 based on the infrastructure, then the government's emphasis on various construction activities, mining, real estate, etc. And we have already seen some sort of green shoots in the commercial vehicle industry of late. So I think, on and on, it looks a good year for FY26, and March also is expected to be good.
Ashwin, hi. Mahima also joining in. Before I move on to the macro aspect of autos, Ashok Leyland has just now clarified as to the reports that were being floated are not true about them buying a stake in SML Isuzu. Overall, how are you reading this entire play out, and what's your view like?
See, Ashok Leyland's, there is a board meeting right now, maybe in the afternoon, and there is a conference. There is a conference call in the evening at about 5:15. So the rounds where the news were making rounds that since M&M has refused that they are not intending to buy anything in SML Isuzu, it then came to Ashok Leyland because it was like, it's just market rumors again that since the company has been making rounds, and this con call on an urgent basis coming from Ashok Leyland, everybody was thinking that SML Isuzu will be acquired by Ashok Leyland, it's not M&M. But again, that is not true. So I think that SML Isuzu is one company, it's a small company in the commercial vehicle space where it, it sells buses and commercial vehicles, the trucks also. And it's a small company and it would be a fit for Ashok Leyland considering the similar kind of business and the strength that SML Isuzu is having in the northern market. But on the other hand, just we can't look at the operational performance. Even the financial performance of SML Isuzu needs to be considered, which is not really very, in sync with what Ashok Leyland is and what M&M is. So therefore, the stock has reacted positively when the news regarding, it's not true. I mean, it's not a fact that Ashok Leyland is acquiring it. So I think let's wait for what the conference call is about, and then we'll be gaining some sort of clarity. But as of now, SML Isuzu acquisition is not, correct news from both M&M as well as Ashok Leyland houses.
Fair point. Would you term that as a material negative, Ashwin?
Material negative as in for
either of the three stocks?
I won't think that it is a materially negative for Ashok Leyland or M&M. So for SML Isuzu, maybe like it, had it been acquired, then maybe, and from such big companies, then maybe we would have seen a good, movement in the stock.
Sure. Ashwin, what's the best way to play auto at this point? You spoke about a CV comeback probably this calendar year. Is the best way currently two-wheeler? Would it be PV? Would it be CV? How best would you play it? And also give us this perspective, basis value as well, value versus the macro.
See, most of the stocks have been falling since last couple of months now. Since last 2 weeks, we are seeing some sort of recovery. But, so all of them are looking quite attractive from investment point of view or valuations. But, there is a point of fundamentals. So I think that within the two-wheeler pack, Bajaj Auto is looking better to us, considering its export exposure, that too in countries like Africa, Latin America, where the growth is quite strong for it. Also in the domestic markets with its two-wheeler exposure in the executive segment, and its EV Chetak doing great. Then the three-wheeler pack is doing good for them. So I think within the two-wheelers, Bajaj Auto is looking good, and on overall basis, I think two-wheelers will be outperforming the other sectors within the auto pack. Then coming to passenger vehicles, still within passenger vehicles, I think Mahindra looks better to us, considering its exposure in the SUV segment, which is growing at a very good pace. At about 15% they are reporting numbers every month. And the exposure to the farm equipment segment also, they are having 40-41% kind of market share, and they are the leader over there. So Mahindra looks good to us. Then within the CV, sector, Ashok Leyland is looking good to us, considering, too many multiple levels for Tata Motors and things, happening, quite uncertainty in the global market. So I think these three stocks we like, and this we would be pushing for FY26.
Right, Ashwin. Thank you so much for giving us all those detailed insights on the auto space, and thank you so much for taking our time and speaking with us at NDTV Profit. With that, Shivangi.